Closed captioning for The Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today we head to St. Stan's Church and visit the St. Vincent de Paul store. But first, Memories of Christmas Past is back. It is a must-see this holiday season. Back to Greystone at the Arms Family Museum. Well, it is so great to be back with my cousin, Bill Lawson. He is the executive director here at the Mahoning Valley Historical Society. I am thrilled that the Arms Museum is open to the public again, and we're going to do Memories of Christmas Past.
We are thrilled too. I tell you, it was a long year or so without being open to the public and missing it last year, and just really kind of deflating for us, but with all the changes and all the lost revenue, we did all right in the past fiscal year through the support of our members and our donor base and the community at large. So
I mean,
we really
you guys
appreciate
took
that.
The biggest hit. You know, anything that's fun was shut down. And I'll tell you, this is, you know, as Anthony, the gem, you know, really of the Mahoning Valley. This is always, you know, people look forward to this event every single year. And to deny them a Christmas tradition, you know, and as I look around, I mean, you guys have really worked the magic.
Yes, our staff, including Anthony, who is the creative force behind all of this, been working since mid-September. And I must say also, we've been getting calls probably since mid-September. Are we doing it this year? What's the dates? And yes, we are doing it, and we're so happy to be in that position this year.
Jessica is the curator for the Historical Society, and I love this element that you guys have brought in because it's back to Greystone. So we are in the period that all of Arms would have resided here.
Absolutely.
From like 05 to 1930.
Exactly.
And you got her dresses throughout the house, and I mean, it's amazing. First of all, I cannot believe how little her waist is. But, you know, where would you think she would have worn this?
Well, yeah, she was a very highly fashionable woman, a well-to-do woman, so her dresses would have been handmade for her. This is an exquisite example of something she would have worn right around the year 1900. It's net lace and applique leaf design with little seed pearl accents and satin ribbon throughout. It's a two-piece bodice and skirt with a very long train. So Olive and Wilford Arms were married in 1899. So it potentially could have been something that she might have worn for her wedding.
I mean, it really, I thought it was a wedding gown immediately when I saw it. Yeah. There's an Asian theme here in the solarium, and I love this dress of Olive's.
Yeah, this is something that she would have worn probably right around 1910 to 1920. And it is all Asian silk embroidered. It's a coat robe that she would have worn on the top and then a wrap skirt for the bottom. That's all done and then very heavily embroidered in blues and purples and very vibrant colors, lots of floral and bird and butterfly motifs throughout this piece.
And that is of the period, that Asian dress?
Yes, absolutely. So Asian culture was really influencing a lot of artistic movements right around the turn of the 20th century. So even arts and crafts, which the style of Olive's house, Greystone, there's a lot of Asian influence.
Well, first of all, I am so glad to see my friend Anthony again. We've had a year hiatus, thanks to the pandemic. But you are the architect for Christmas here at the Arms, and I think the theme this year is brilliant. Back to Greystone from 1900 to the 1930s. So we're going to experience what all of Arms would have done at Christmas time.
Exactly, yeah. It's only fitting that this whole exhibit started 13 years ago, and with the time that we have had off, the amount of response from the public, when's it going to happen, is it going to happen? So it was fitting that we brought it back to the Arms Family Museum and just see how, you know, Mrs. Arms may have decorated. So I think you'll be really
I mean,
impressed.
of course, he knows all there is to know about Christmas. So you know all the different periods, what they were doing here in the United States and Germany and all the other countries. So what are we looking at here? Like, what is this?
Well, this is actually a German Santa Claus here with a rabbit fur beard. And what's unusual about him is his posture. He's actually taking a stride, like he's actually walking through the snow and so forth here. And while you're in the carriage entrance here, there's a beautiful hand-painted lamp. Basically what I carried out here was Mr. and Mrs. Arms maybe coming back from a shopping trip.
Yeah.
And she probably would have had something lightly decorated here, and we have her hats and
This is the
her
carriage
muffs.
entrance.
Correct, yes.
Memories of Christmas Past continues right after this. I'm all about local, and my bank is Farmers National Bank. Farmers is the true hometown bank in the Mahoning Valley, standing strong for our local families and businesses since 1887. Farmers is also future-focused with a lab branch, interactive teller machines, and best-in-class mobile mortgage app. We've all learned the value of local relationships, businesses, and communities. Switch to Farmers.
Kamara Jewelers is the place to buy an engagement ring because we want a relationship with you that lasts a lifetime. Your commitment with her is the same commitment we have to you.
We want to sit down with you and teach you about diamonds so you're educated on what you're buying. We have the largest selection we ever have, which is the largest in the area, and at the best value. And if it's not something in our case, we could always custom make it. We can make any dream come true.
Get real, get Kamara.
Rulli Brothers has a great choice of quality cheeses. We use our relationship with Old Road Houses to specially select the product and then have it custom cut and packaged by our own local artisans. At Rulli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Join the Isle Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available. Given is living. Join the Isle Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available at $13 an hour. Given is living.
To own a business where your name's on the window can be pretty cool. That's my family. My name is Danny Catullo, and I'm the owner of Catullo Prime Meats. My grandfather started the business in 1962. I was able to take our old style butcher shop and bring it out to the new age using e-commerce to get our products to more customers. When we started shipping, there was not a ton of information out there. That's where we really worked with FedEx so they could be able to help us with our perishable shipping. We were taking on new purchases that we never had to make before. Boxes, coolers, ice packs, anything that was involved around shipping. So we can no longer do this with the cash that we had on hand. So because of the Plum Card from American Express and all of its benefits, it was a natural fit to help grow our business. And when someone calls and lets you know that you made their dinner, that's satisfaction that you can't get anywhere else.
I'm Elizabeth Bernard. For more than 30 years, I've provided our Valley with sound legal advice. My associate Jennifer Rigetti and I will be your legal representatives if you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident. Don't try to handle it yourself. We'll navigate the red tape of dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the obstacles that you'll face. Remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases, and hiring a lawyer does not mean you have to go to court.
Call attorney Elizabeth Bernard, local legal experience for more than 30 years.
Family-owned Mayflower Woolham Insurance Group is your full-service independent agency. Our family works with a variety of insurance companies, so you have the best choices for your insurance needs. Let us find the right product at the right price. Personal lines, business, farm, commercial insurance, life insurance. Trust locally owned Mayflower Woolham. You focus on what's important.
We'll take care of the details.
Mayflower Woolham, close by with 3 locations to serve you.
Okay, now we're in the Inglenook, and this is where Mrs. Arms would have greeted her guests. And this is an ornament from like the early 1900s that probably was made for these feather trees, and I love the history. Give me why feather trees came to be.
Yeah, this is a German white feather tree, and basically the concept behind it was that they were cutting trees down in Germany so fast that they were, trying to conserve the forests and so forth. So this is really, I call it one of the first artificial trees.
That's wild.
They actually took turkey feathers, goose feathers, things like that, feathers, and wrapped it around a wire branch to create the kind of pine look of a natural tree. And they were dyed in green, blue, pink.
I mean, I've seen all the different colors.
And then on this tree here, there's a collection of clip-on bird ornaments, and they're from 1900 to about 1920 on there. So
I love the console right here in the area where the Ingle Nook is. You actually have correspondence that the Arms received for the holidays.
Yes.
I mean, that's pretty cool, don't you think?
It is. And one of the coolest card when you visit is the William Browning Pollock card from 1921. And if you're not familiar with the William Pollock House, it is where the president of YSU resides.
I think you do a great job with the library every year. I mean, I just think this is a great room, and I can't believe the return of the crystal tree.
Yeah, the library is a very elegant room, and of course the famous crystal tree that Doug loans us every year. If it's not here, we hear a lot of complaints about it.
But I love the orange color in there.
Yeah, we have amber lights on it with some candles, to simulate the period of the time. Mrs. Arms had gas and electric here in 1905.
Did she?
Fancy
pants.
Yeah, and some of the first early lighting was in the early 1900s, so she may have had some, not only candle-lit trees, but also electric trees.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're in the sitting room. This is cozy, it's warm, it has the fireplace, the hearth. And you were saying, because she had electricity, these are actually of the period?
Yes.
Those Christmas bulbs?
They are. They're the vintage, if you're familiar with lighting, the earliest form of the C6 bulb, which is real small. When one goes out, they all go out. So they burn very warm, but they are vintage lighting. It's true lighting from the 1900s that is on the garlands above the windows.
How do you replace those bulbs?
When
one goes out,
when one goes out, you actually test them with a 9-volt battery. So if one of them goes out, I have to start out one end and unscrew it, test it with a 9-volt, and if it's dead, I just replace it with a new one.
And where do you get them?
Well, different antique shops and.
Because they don't make these anymore? I mean, these are, you can't
They do
them?
make the newer C6, but the colors aren't as vibrant, and there's something about the old lighting that they can't replicate with the new lighting. And also to the left of the mantel on the floor, there's a German elf. It's called a trade stimulator, and his head nods back and forth. Okay, you wind it with a key. It's one of the first animated pieces that would be in like a bakery store window or a toy store. And when you see his eyes actually kind of roll in his head, kind of a little creepy, but very cool in a way.
So the dining room is set, and is this all Mrs. Arms?
This is
China
all Mrs.
and
Arms
crystal?
China. Yeah, crystal, China, sterling flatware. Yeah, this is all from Mrs. Arms.
And what is the obsession with the peacock?
The
live
peacock was part of an icon of the arts and crafts movement at the time. So this room really shows off the design and motif of the peacock with the stained glass windows and the table arrangement also
really
has
beautiful.
tail
I mean,
feathers.
it works in here, and the peacock feathers, and I love that it's not. I think that you don't always have to be red and green. Okay, this is my favorite room. I really enjoy the arms. But I gotta tell you, I'm all about the gift shop. And you are having not one, but 2 gift shops this year.
We do. We have 2 gift shops in the museum gift shop.
Yes.
We have the vintage and collectible. So we have items from the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. We have some Fitz and Floyd. We have Jim Shore. We have some Hummels that are all priced to sell.
Look at the Lennox.
Yeah,
I mean,
Lennox.
Beautiful.
And then behind the museum, the carriage house where you will purchase your admission, we also have all new gift holiday items there.
So, and that's the only time, you're going to get to see this fabulous display.
Yeah, it's stocked full. We'll be putting new items out
Lots
every day. As they sell, we'll be pulling it out and putting it on display. So.
We'll be right back with more local flavor. I am back with Rude the Dude at the Magic Tree Pub and Eatery. And get ready, the fall menu is here.
Yeah, our fall menu's out now. Like I said, we brought some new things on, some old favorites. So we're just going to try it out. Along with that, we have some of your favorite local craft beers, the pumpkin beers, the fall beers. We've extended our hours for football seasons back, some of the local high school games, professional games. So we're just getting ready for the fall and winter season.
And remember, it's never too soon to start thinking about the holidays. You've already got class reunions and showers over in the Wine and Spirit Room. So if you want to book your party, now's a good time to do that.
Yeah, we can cater it at your house or cater it here. So if you want to take the night off and come in and let us do the cooking for your parties, we can do that.
And if you need any information, of course, you go to their Facebook or their website, magictreepubandeatery.com.
I got COVID before the vaccine was available. I spent 3 weeks in a coma, 97 days in the hospital. My lungs failed, my kidneys failed. They asked my wife 3 times to pull the plug.
We have eliminated polio, measles, mumps, and other viruses through vaccinations. We will eradicate COVID with vaccinations.
You don't want to have to go through what I did. Get the shot. Protect yourself, protect your family. Thank you.
Direction Home of Eastern Ohio, providing resources and access to the COVID vaccine. My basement was dreadful. Cracked concrete, chipped tiles, it was my dumping ground. Carpet, vinyl, wood don't last. Now I have Pebblestone, the best basement floor covering. It has transformed my basement and expanded my family's living space. It's easy to clean, withstands flooding, and will never need replaced. You will love your basement. Pebblestone, the best flooring system.
Call today to save 60% off your new Pebblestone floor for a limited time only.
Rulli Brothers is way ahead of the competition. Check out Rulli Spice World, where you can buy bulk herbs and spices, plus candies, nuts, and fillings for pennies on the dollar. At Rulli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Is it time to update your color style? R&S Paint will assist you with your choice of over 3,400 Benjamin Moore colors. Vibrant, durable, and easy to apply. Be current, be stylish. Shop R&S Paint.
The perfect gift, Stonebridge Grill and Tavern, the best food in the valley. For every $50 you spend on gift cards, you get a free $10 bonus card. Stonebridge Grill and Tavern, Route 224 in Boardman, and their new location on Route 46 in Howland.
Beauty finds a dwelling place, and peace enters as an abiding guest. In winter, the snow falls softly from the sky. The great hearth would blaze. What magical effects that has a charm of its own.
This holiday season, we cordially invite you back to Greystone, as Olive Arms might have imagined it, to celebrate memories of Christmas past, a Mahoning Valley tradition.
Well, I have been so excited to see my buddy Glenise, those Bodo girls. Her sister is Sherry that has Common Goods. And when I heard Glenise was out here, I knew I had to come and visit. This is amazing,
Thank
Glenise.
you so much. We really appreciate it.
I mean, you must be so excited.
We are.
The space is great, the location is great. And now that you're back up and running, because how long were you shut down during the pandemic?
So when COVID first hit, I believe we were shut down for about 4 or 5 months. And then in between that, we've just had a couple outbreaks of COVID or pending COVID cases. So we've had to shut down and reopen and all that types of stuff. We're very, very small staff here. We run strictly pretty much off of volunteers.
Yeah.
So when one goes down, it's kind of like a
It
domino
is. I mean, but you guys are cooking with gas. So soft surfaces. People are afraid of them, but they need not be because you guys have like a sanitizer bed bug killer,
Correct.
right?
So we are certified by the state of Ohio to spray any sort of fabric surfaces. The solution kills any sort of bed bugs or any other types of bug on site. We do take mattresses and things like that. We have an awesome voucher program here through our parish conferences and other nonprofits throughout the Mahoning County that assist individuals who are transitioning back into housing. So if that's from the streets or from some sort of institution, and they provide the furniture for them and we furnish them a whole new apartment or home.
You know, I mean, there are some really nice pieces here. And, you know, when I'll drive neighborhoods on trash day, I will see perfectly good furniture.
Yes.
And really, they need to call you because you can pick this stuff up.
Yes, so we were blessed with an amazing new box truck this year. So that's really amped up the amount of pickups we can do. As long as they give us a call a week in advance from when they want that pickup, we can come with that box truck and pick that item up. We are going into homes. I know a lot of people aren't going in right now. So as long as they're masked up and our staff is vaccinated, if not, they are wearing a mask and we're able to get those items from you.
I mean, that is great.
Yes.
And then you do a delivery too.
Correct.
For, you know, older or people that just don't have the means
100%
to get these things over there. I mean, I couldn't fit a couch in my car.
Right.
But, you know, for like a small fee, you guys will deliver the bigger pieces.
100%. So we do have our delivery service. It's only $20 as long as you live within Youngstown. And we will drop that off for you. And depending on the circumstance, sometimes our amazing volunteers will even go into the home for the individual.
Ian Kravitz is the president of the St. Vincent de Paul Society of Mahoning County.
Correct.
And you were telling me that that involves all the parishes in Mahoning County.
Well, we have 17 parishes that are basically the, it's sort of like spokes on a wheel. The council is concentrated downtown, and each conference president of those 17 parishes is a board member. So we are the governing body for the St. Vincent de Paul Society of Mahoning County.
And I really was late to the game getting to their thrift store. But this new location at St. Stan's is amazing.
Well,
I mean,
and
this is a perfect space for them.
And it's easy access from downtown.
Yes.
You know, Boardman Canfield, it's right at the corner of, you know, South Avenue and Williamson, so easy in, easy out, adequate parking.
And this funds your soup kitchen.
All of
over
any
at St.
proceeds
Cyril's.
from here goes directly down to our soup kitchen and our pantry. So those are our main downtown services, and this serves the community, you know, providing an opportunity for them to purchase things at a reasonable price while contributing to our costs downtown.
And how many volunteers are involved between all, I mean, you have so many missions.
It's a huge number, and we're in the process of doing our end of the year report, which will come up with totals. We are updating our website, so we're encouraging people to go on our website, the St. Vincent de Paul Society, Mahoning Valley. A lot of that will be posted on there. We're updating this website, should be ready before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But yes, we have a lot of volunteers. We're always looking for more.
Well, on certain days, you just give the clothing away.
Correct. So every day our clothes are only 99 cents. And then we have certain days where clothing is free. We also provide in our hallway a free shelf where we put items that have maybe been sitting on the table a little bit longer, and they can give them, get the items for free. So we're always just trying to give back to the community as much as we can.
And this funds your other, because we were down at the new food hall.
Yes.
A couple years ago.
Yes.
Pre-pandemic. And now that's how everything's going to be referred
I know,
to.
right?
Pre and post.
Right.
Although we're really not post yet. And this really funds that and the food pantry.
Yes, so that's always what we tell our donors, anyone who shops with us, every single penny or every single item that you donate here goes back to supporting our soup kitchen and our food pantry. Right now, especially during the pandemic.
I know, how many have you been serving there?
So right now at the dining hall, we're looking at over 4,000 hot meals a month. And then at our food pantry, we're servicing about 200 families with the emergency food boxes.
And I love your little Christmas table.
Yes.
So you've got, we're getting ready for the holidays.
Yes, so we were so thankful that during the pandemic, a lot of people were cleaning out. We're bored, what do? We clean out that closet, and we have gotten so many Christmas items, which has been amazing. So we kind of started early here. So
you might as well.
We've been just putting out the tables and putting out all the Christmas stuff, and it's really been a great time.
Well, I just want everybody to understand, don't throw stuff away. I mean, if you have good usable things, you could drop them off here.
Yes.
And if we're dealing with maybe closing down an estate or something, you will be able to just go pick it up, because I know a lot of people are cleaning out their parents' homes and stuff like that.
100%.
The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.